everyone, I'm Tina and welcome to Lakeshore Academy. Today I'm going to be talking about how you can use Thinking Tree books or journals with a regular school textbook. Ideally, Thinking Tree curriculum is geared towards interest-based or child-directed learning. And the child usually just pick books from the library or from their homes if they have a lot of books at their home. Or you can buy them some books that goes along with the Thinking Tree curriculum. So they pick things that they're interested in. Ideally, that's how the curriculum flows because it's geared towards the child's interest. It's not unschooling, but it's kind of borderlines towards that in the fact that the child basically has more of control of what they're going to learn about because it's their interest. However, I'm talking to the ones who, like, I live in a moderate state dealing with homeschooling, so I have some different requirements and regulations that I have to hit dealing with my core subjects in order to be a legal homeschooler, in order to keep in line with what the law states in my particular state to do. Now, for those of you who are in a relaxed homeschool state, a relaxed homeschool state is a state in which you pretty much have leeway on whatever way that you want to homeschool your child. You can use whatever books you want. You can use whatever, choose to use books or not to use books. But when you're in a moderate or really I don't want to say severe, but a more strict homeschool state, like Vermont is one that's really one of those strict states. And that's just one of them that I can think off the top of my head. But if you're with those and you still want to use the Thinking Tree curriculum, I'm trying to give you a little idea on how I'm going to use it next year, because next year is going to be very different, a very new experience for me, because I will have an official high schooler. Right now, I have a little bit more leeway in my state because I'm more moderate. As long as I hit my core subjects, I can use whatever I want to use from K to 8th grade. So, but right now, we're going to be transitioning the next school year into high school. And in order for them to even qualify to receive their high school diploma in my state, there are certain courses in which they have to take. And if they don't take those particular courses, they will not qualify for their high school diploma. So I'm talking to those of you who are going to be in my situation, or you in my situation right now, and you're using the Thinking Tree curriculum, and you're like, oh my goodness, what am I going to do? Because I have to hit this particular subject in order to qualify for my children to get their high school diploma. So next year, this is one of their high school journals. Of course, they have many others, but this is just one I just grabbed for instruction purposes only. Although in this journal, it does gear the child towards the core subjects in which they have to have. Their English, science, history, and math. And how I'm going to do it with the English, science, history, and math, I'm going to have what she has to do in order to be legal, in order to hit her core subjects based on my particular state's requirements. I'm going to have her take those particular subjects. Because we have to do history, we have to do biology, we have to go through the sciences, we have to go through the maths and stuff of that nature. So I'm going to make, in the literatures, so I'm going to make sure that we do that. However, in order to keep with the same Thinking Tree theme of child-directed learning, I'm also going to allow my child to pick things that she's interested in as well. But the only thing that I'm going to have control over is making sure she hit that core subject that is a requirement, those core subjects that's a requirement for my particular state. And I'm going to show you how I'm going to do it. Like, we have to take economics. It's a whole lot of subjects, but for instructional purposes, I'm just going to show you 3 of them. We have to take economics. We have to take American government. And we also have to take biology. And this is just to name a few because it's more than just this. So for my daughter's science, this will be her textbook for science. This is her core one. This is the one that she will have to go through. However, although this is her core subject, and I'm going to let her use it with her Thinking Tree journal, I'm still going to give her leeway where I'm going to let her pick stuff that she's interested in as well. But this is something that she has to do as well as these. How I'm going to actually do it, if I can see where the chapter is not a build on chapter, because you know sometimes we get those books that in order for them to get a new concept, they have to have the previous concept. So if I see where a particular subject in this book, because I haven't looked through all of it yet, if I see where it's not one of those build on subjects, what I'm going to do, I'm going to let her pick the order in which she want to do the book. So she'll still have a little bit of control in the matter. If it's not one of those build on subject. If it is, she has to do it in order. But I'm not too sure about how this book is laid out yet. I need to look at it over the summer. But she would have to do this. And she would have to do her literature, which I have her literature book as well. She would have to do government. And she would have to do this. And these are school textbooks from the public school system. Those are the books in which we're going to use to hit her core subjects, the subject that she have to hit in my state in order to qualify for a high school diploma. That's just 3, but there's many others. But to keep with the Thinking Tree theme, I'm also going to allow her to pick things that she's interested in as well. So she'll still be having the child-directed kind of like unschooling kind of thing going on, but it's a little bit more structured. And the best way I can describe it to her is that, you know, in life, we have to do certain things that we necessarily wouldn't want to do in order to, like if you have a job, if you're working for somebody, you might not particularly like cleaning tables or cleaning the restroom, but that's part of your job classification. So guess what? You're going to have to clean the tables. You're going to have to clean the restrooms because that's one of the sections of your job or whatever career you have. It's certain, you don't necessarily have to like everything that's dealing with your career, because certain parts of it, people who are scientists, they absolutely love the process of discovery and development, but yet they may not like the part of calibrating data and keeping notes and stuff like that. So, but they still have to do it. So that's just a good skill that she's gonna have to learn, and as well as my son when he get to the high school level. It's part of being responsible. It's part of being an adult. It's a part of growing up. So that's what she's gonna have to do. So if you're one of those parents out there in one of those strict or moderate states, and you still want to utilize the Thinking Tree curriculum, and you don't know quite how to do it, well, this is how I'm doing it. Of course, this is just giving you an idea of how you can go about it and still keep with the whole Thinking Tree curriculum without feeling like you have to go out there and buy a box curriculum and follow it from A to Z. You can do it the way I'm doing it, or you can figure out your own unique way of doing it to make sure that you stay within the legal, do what you're supposed to do, and be honest when you're doing your grading and telling them what you're doing, because I actually have to turn in paperwork telling them like, this is what I'm doing, these are the books that I'm using, and blah 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 blah. So if you're in a state like me, that's what you're just gonna have to do. But I still plan on utilizing Thinking Tree, but it's gonna be based on what I have to do legally in order to homeschool my child in my moderate, strict state. So I hope this helped. So if you're a person who getting ready to get to that transition period like I am, transition from middle school where you had more leeway to a more stricter situation where you have to take these particular subjects in order to qualify for a high school diploma, well, you can still utilize Thinking Tree products and still love them and use them, but I just want to tell you how I'm going to do it. These are some of her books that she's going to be using next year, And I'm still going to allow her to have her interest-based learning, but she's going to have to do those books from beginning to end. And she's going to be able to also pick whatever other books that she want to learn about to go along with the Think and Tree curriculum. So she's going to have that free will, so to speak, and she's also going to have that structure, and we're going to be within the guidelines of our particular state to homeschool. So it's a win-win situation. So again, this is Tina from Lakeshore Academy, trying to give you a little bit of ideas on those of us who's homeschool in those more moderate, strict states in which we have to hit certain requirements, and how we can utilize Think and Tree products even though we have certain things we have to meet. So again, this is Tina from Lakeshore Academy. I hope this helped. Have a great day.